The internet is currently in complete disarray over what may be the most stunning occurrence in the history of hip-hop and love, and the drama is undoubtedly reaching a fever pitch. The rumors that are emerging regarding Yandy Smith and Mendeecees Harris are absolutely catastrophic. Therefore, you must immediately cease all of your activities. From long prison terms to fierce family disputes and all in between, we have witnessed this powerful couple weather storms that would have crushed anybody else. However, rumors have it that the flame has been extinguished. Imagine the fandom's collective gasp as rumors start to spread that Yandy and Mendeecees are formally divorcing. But wait, it becomes even more intimate and profound than anyone could have predicted. The rumors go beyond a straightforward argument or relocation to a different place. They revolve on a shocking disclosure that has stunned fans. According to accounts, these two haven't been intimate for a full year, and the truth finally came out during a brutal, unedited argument. Can you even comprehend that? Living together, raising a family, and presenting the world with a unified front. They are said to have become complete strangers behind closed doors. It's reported that the tension is so thick that a knife could cut through it. Furthermore, the whisper implies that Yandy's demise was ultimately caused by Mendeecees' most recent attempt to rekindle their relationship in a corn maze. Will the Harris empire as we know it come to an end? Are the rumors that they have been sharing a bed, but leading different lifestyles true? The evidence is growing, blogs are burning, and people are talking on the streets. In order to determine whether Yandy has finally reached her breaking point and whether Mendeecees' perplexing appeal for friendship is merely a front for a marriage that has already collapsed, we are delving deeply into these bombshell reports. Keep checking back because the information that will be revealed about Latle's favorite couple will completely alter your perception of them. This tea is quite hot. The specifics that are emerging are more dramatic than anything we have ever seen on air, and the rumors circulating about Yandy and Mendeecees have shocked the reality TV industry as a whole. It all began when supporters observed a change in their enthusiasm on social media. However, nothing could have prepared the public for the explosive claims that are currently circulating. There are rumors that the quarrel stems from a deep-seated sense of betrayal and neglect, and that the tension behind closed doors has reached a boiling point. The pair has been putting on a brave front for the cameras while their personal lives was falling apart, according to a number of insiders and entertainment bloggers. The most startling aspect of these claims is the assertion that they are now just roommates who hardly notice each other when the lights go off, instead of a loving married couple. There are rumors circulating that Yandy has been bearing the burden of the relationship for far too long, and that her emotional weariness is finally becoming apparent. According to the accounts, every time they attempt to have a meaningful talk, it devolves into a never-ending dispute where nobody feels heard. Mendeecees has reportedly been looking for ways to close the deficit, but sources characterize his strategies as unclear and even deceptive. Stories about how Yandy was taken aback by his abrupt want to return to being friends, as if the years of marriage and shared past could just be forgotten, are circulating in the gossip mills. Fans are analyzing every frame of their recent exchanges in search of hints after making a straightforward request, and many think that Yandy's facial expressions convey a tale of intense hurt and animosity. When rumors surfaced of a furious conversation that happened off camera, in which Yandy allegedly told him that she felt abandoned and vulnerable in her own house, the drama became more intense. These tales depict a picture of a woman who has given her everything and is confronted with a cold, aloof partner who cares more about his own mental space than the purity of their partnership. The hip-hop community's responses to the news have been split, with some taking sides and others not, wishing for a reconciliation that is becoming less and less likely. According to reports, the couple's friends are concerned that this is the start of a long-term split rather than simply another brief difficult period. Every action they take is being metaphorically examined under a microscope because the rumors have become so loud. People are wondering if the relocation to the south was meant to be a new beginning, or if it was merely a last-ditch effort to avoid the issues that were already plaguing them from the north. It was impossible to ignore the quiet that had developed between them, according to the accounts, because the change to a new setting simply served to reveal the fissures in their foundation. According to the story, they were drifting farther apart into their own distinct worlds, even though they were meant to be starting over together. The rumors about how they kept this a secret for so long, and how they were able to present a united front to the public were growing. Even if the intimacy had supposedly disappeared more than a year ago, This particular tidbit has gone viral on the internet because it implies a degree of discipline and possibly even dishonesty that fans find difficult to reconcile with a pair they believe to be familiar. The emphasis has moved to Yandy's emotional state as the news keep flooding the timeline, with many complimenting her for her fortitude. Others, however, question how much more she can handle before permanently leaving. Marriage has become a topic of discussion for both relationship professionals and fans, who are all attempting to figure out why everything went wrong. According to the most recent rumors, Yandy had a real epiphany when she realized that the man she was married to was no longer the one in front of her, and the altercation in the corn maze was not merely a scene for television. According to the sources, she was looking for a marriage, but after everything they had been through together, his friendship felt like a smack in the face and a downgrade. Both sides are allegedly asking their inner networks for guidance on what to do next, creating an extremely tense atmosphere. According to reports, the extended family is also experiencing the effects of this alleged rift. Thus, the drama is not limited to the two of them. According to sources, the strain has spilt over into family get-togethers, causing unpleasant situations for all parties as they attempt to deal with the consequences of a marriage that seems to be on life support. The public is eagerly anticipating any formal announcement. However, for the time being, the only information feeding the fire comes from rumors and reports. Many people can relate to the story of the neglected wife and the aloof husband, and the community is supporting Yandy as she works through her alleged problem. In the meanwhile, these allegations present Mendeecees in a less positive light, with detractors accusing him of being emotionally unavailable and failing to intervene when his wife most needed him. According to the allegations, he has been living in his own world and believes he can just turn back time whenever things get tough without taking the necessary steps to address the underlying problems. Some people claim to know exactly what was said during their private times of dispute, and the level of detail in these tales is astounding. According to reports, Yandy told him straight out that his request was a day late and $1 short, and that he had lost how to be her friend long before he begged to start anew. The emotional stakes are very high, and the studies suggest that the consequences of this predicament may have long-term effects on their public personas and careers. Every day, fresh levels of drama are added to the story of Yandy and Mendeecees as the entire world watches. The main focus is still on whether they can reconcile or whether the rumors that they are no longer together are the ultimate reality that everyone must acknowledge. People are asking how a marriage can last such a lengthy time of mental and physical distance, and their lack of intimacy for more than a year has become the main topic of conversation. According to the accounts, Yandy realized she deserved better than what she was getting as a result of this realization. According to the story, she has been grieving the loss of her marriage while she was still married, and at last, the sadness has been too much for her to handle. The questions only increase and the need for answers intensifies as the reports continue to circulate. Because Yandy and Mendeecees have been such a mainstay of the culture for so long, the community is quite interested in how this supposed struggle turns out. Many find it hard to accept the idea of them being apart. However, the new reports are making it increasingly difficult to see a happy ending. The account of their alleged death serves as a warning about what occurs when a partner's needs are neglected for an extended period of time and communication breaks down. According to the sources, Yandy is now concentrating on her children and her own recovery. In any case, her marriage's future is at stake. The reason this story is going viral is because of how unpredictable the situation is. Everyone is curious about if there is still hope or whether their relationship has finally come to an end. The public has only seen the top of the iceberg when it comes to the actual extent of their battle, according to the reports, and there are yet more explosive disclosures to come. Yandy and Mendeecees are under increasing pressure to respond to these reports as the news cycle progresses. However, it is said that both of them are still concentrated on negotiating the emotional maze of their current circumstances. The story is far from finished, and the next chapter is anticipated to be even more dramatic as the truth behind these reports starts to come to light so that everyone can see that the situation has allegedly gotten worse to the point of no return as more insiders come forward with claims regarding the enormous gap between the two stars. These most recent claims claim that both of them avoided eye contact in the hallways of their shared mansion, causing the mood in their home to become cold. According to people close to the production, the cameras caught awkward and visceral moments that the crew was unsure of where to look. According to the allegations, Mendeecees has been spending an increasing amount of time away from home, while claiming to be preoccupied with business. Rumor has it that he is merely attempting to get away from the oppressive quiet that awaits him at home. In the meantime, the websites assert that Yandy has been looking to her clothing for solace. After long days of filming, the circle of girlfriends frequently appears emotionally spent and exhausted. The story that is emerging is that, despite being married, she feels like a single mother. According to the sources, this insight struck her like a ton of bricks. Fans are pointing to recent videos of Yandy smiling, but it doesn't seem to reach her eyes, during a recent family gathering where everyone in the room could see how far apart they were. There are also rumors that she is grieving the loss of the love she believed to be unbreakable. The community is arguing how any man or woman could withstand that kind of solitude while still being legally wedded to another person. And the reports continue to stress the startling assertion that their physical connection ended more than a year ago. According to several accounts, Mendeecees attempted to use his mental health issues as an excuse for his lack of compassion. However, the truth is that Yandy saw this as more of a convenient justification than a true explanation. According to the claims, Yandy allegedly warned him in a private conversation that a true partner would have battled to maintain contact during difficult times, and that his mental condition was not a justification for ignoring her demands. The focus has shifted to the possible court battle that could ensue if they choose to formally file for divorce as the rumors of their split become more widespread. According to insiders, both parties are allegedly ensuring that their interests are safeguarded, and the assets and commercial endeavors they develop together are currently a major source of conflict. Despite the fact that the public is already absorbing every detail, the rumors indicate that Yandy is especially worried about the effect on their kids, and is doing everything in her ability to keep the drama away from them. According to the claims, when Mendeecees allegedly suggested a trial separation, the animosity escalated to a new level. Yandy apparently saw this as just another method for him to escape accountability for the status of their marriage. According to sources, she informed him that since they were already leading different lifestyles, a trial separation would only be formalizing it. Social media activity, where fans are examining each music selection and caption for a hidden message, is fueling the tension. According to sources, Yandy's latest posts on independence and self-love are interpreted as a clear indication that she is getting ready to live without him. However, these news reports assert that Mendeecees has been tweeting cryptic phrases about friendship and growth in an attempt to control the narrative and give the impression that he is the one attempting to mature. Every friend and family member appears to be under pressure to choose a side in this civil war due to the tremendous amount of scrutiny. According to the allegations, Mama D and other cast members have also voiced their opinions behind the scenes, with some providing support and others fanning the flames with their personal views on the marriage. According to the rumors, there is a great deal of animosity between the families as well, with the Harris and Smith camps allegedly fighting about who is ultimately to blame for the collapse. According to the sources, Mendeecees believes that Yandy has been watching him closely for years, and that he is incapable of doing anything well. The reports depict two people who are fundamentally at odds with Mendeecees in terms of their demands and expectations, even though Yandy believes she has been the only one working to keep the family together. Yandy desires passion and a partnership, although she seeks harmony and companionship. Reports that Yandy has already begun looking for a new house of her own away from the memories of their previous home support the rumors that they are officially finished. This action is interpreted as the final indication that she is done attempting to repair what she considers to be irreversibly damaged. According to the accounts, she made this decision after realizing that she was losing herself while attempting to help a man who refused to be saved. The Cornmeck event is still portrayed in the accounts as the point at which Yandy realized the truth about her circumstances and the veil was lifted. According to sources, she believed that the desire for friendship was a means for him to keep her close without having to be a spouse, and that the photo montage was more of a show for the audience than a sincere display of affection. According to the sources, Yandy is ready to start a new chapter in her life where she is the top priority since she is sick of the games and manipulation. The need for clarification is growing as the globe continues to respond to these stories. However, the couple's silence is just amplifying the rumors. While some fans are already lamenting the end of the Harris era, others are holding out hope that this is merely a very long and challenging hard path. According to the story, He has been telling people that Yandy is too preoccupied with the cameras and public opinion to recognize the true work he is attempting to do on himself. The accounts from Yandy's camp, however, paint a completely different picture of a lady who gave her finest years to a man and was treated coldly and aloofly in return. They haven't been spotted together at any significant industry events lately, and their social media interactions have completely stopped, which is fueling the rumors that they are officially over. The reality of the situation is considerably more intense than any planned drama the show's production team could have written. According to reports, therefore they are rushing to record the consequences. According to sources, Yandy is apparently ready to put everything on the line and reveal the reality of what has been going on behind closed doors for the past 12 months. So the next reunion is predicted to be a slaughter of accusations. According to the claims, she is fed up with defending his name and is prepared to expose the world to what it's like to be married to someone who is physically present but emotionally far away. The paper's narrative keeps emphasizing that the year-long lack of intimacy was the last straw because it showed Yandy that they were just two people sharing a mortgage and no longer a unit. Reactions from other celebrities have begun to flood in as word of their purported breakup spreads, with many of them encouraging Yandy. According to the story, she is using her enterprises and career as a diversion from the pain of a failed marriage. According to the account, by acknowledging that it might be over and that the burden she was carrying had finally been removed, she has discovered a new feeling of liberation. According to the sources, Mendeecees is still making an attempt to win back her favor, but it is said that his efforts are insufficient and made too late. Every action they take is being observed by the entire globe, and reports indicate that an official separation announcement is imminent. Because Yandy and Mendeecees stood for a particular sort of resiliency for so long, the community is still tremendously disturbed by these revelations. However, the studies show that even the strongest ties can be strained to the breaking point. According to the last reports, Yandy appears to be content with her choice and eager for a time when she would be able to get the kind of love she so richly deserves. Although the drama is far from over, the accounts present a very clear picture of a woman who has successfully navigated the maze of maze and emerged from the chaos to face her own reality. The study implies that the Harris family as we know it is a thing of the past, and that a new era of independence is upon us as this chapter comes to an end. Is only the beginning for Yandy. According to the reports, Yandy is prepared to accept whatever comes next, even if it means working alone. And although the agony is genuine, the progress is even more significant. One of the most talked about real-life events will probably be the story of their alleged death. The world and history are waiting to find out the truth about Yandy and Mendeecees' relationship. The society is undoubtedly in shock at the reports about Yandy and Mendeecees, and everyone is wondering if this is indeed the last chapter for one of the most famous couples on reality TV. We want to know exactly what you think about this evolving issue, as the rumors of their year-long separation and this perplexing new desire for friendship continue to dominate the news. Do you think this is just another dramatic obstacle that they will eventually overcome like they have so many times before? Or do you trust the reports that they are officially over? The community is sharply divided on whether Mendeecees is sincere, or if Yandy has good reason to doubt his motives in light of everything they have gone through.